Hi guys, I'm Angie and this is...
Harold Jones, John L. Scott.
How are you?
I'm fine. And what are we going to do today?
Part 2 of our series.
Hair on Fire.
Hair on Fire.
And basically what we're talking about is getting yourself into situations that make you anxious.
Well, everything makes me anxious. I just had Harold kill a spider that was on my car because it was gonna eat me on the way. I have a fear of spiders.
So anyway, a little to do with last week's video when I explained the hair on fire thing, where I got it, how come I shaved my head. The buyer that I explained it to, that asked me about it, right? Well, a couple of days later, I was updated that he was getting anxious. There's a number of things he has to do. He's going on vacation also. He's got to put his property up for sale, and then he's going to relocate to our area and buy.
Oh.
And then we're going to throw a vacation in the meantime. So he was starting to have an anxiety attack, which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
You start overthinking everything, and you just run out of time. And then he remembered the hair on fire conversation and backed off of all of it. He was advised to go enjoy his vacation, and when he got back, we would start business. So that one was taken care of. That's the update on that. And what we're going to start off with today is the very beginning of buyers and sellers. And we're not going to go deep into it. We're just going to hit a few high points, and then we will continue with the series. Buyers. What was the anxiety part? What was the parts that made you anxious as far as being a buyer?
I think the parts that for me was, not to say the whole process, is more on the if you're getting a loan. It's the lending side. It's the lending side.
Right, that's the start point.
And then from there, it's the lending and the inspection part. Because those, for me, those are the two big.
Let's keep with the lending part.
Yeah, so the anxiety or anxious part was with the lending, because before anything, and I don't know, if you're getting financed, that's the first thing. You have to even make sure you can get a house. So there's that anxiety of, can I get, approved for the amount that I want, for the house that I want, or that I need. And that alone is you're kind of just waiting for the call or waiting for the email, and you're just like a waiting game. And that's where that anxiety comes from.
This is the thing with being a buyer. Looking for houses is great, but first we need to know how much you can afford. Mm-hmm. We don't want to find a house, fall in love with it, and then find out we can't afford to buy it. I've been in that position with buyers, and it is not a fun spot to be in. So let's get pre-approved. Yes, let's get the boring stuff done with. Let's get the ups and downs, all of the paperwork, whatever the lender requires, let's get that taken care of. We can look at houses before, during, but then we can get really serious when we actually get an amount we can afford to buy at.
Yep.
Okay, that is the beginning for the buyer. Seller, what is the anxious part?
The price. Figuring out what the price is gonna be. For me, that was, I think, where I was anxious, or the unknowns, if I'm gonna have to repair things. But really it's the figuring out the sales price alone could be anxious, because if you're not sure and you were hoping for one number and your agent's saying, well, based on the market, this is what it is, you know. So that's I think the first part, because usually that's a seller's main thing is how much am I going to sell it for, you know.
Mhm.
The rest of it's after the other stuff, but the more is like, what am I selling this for? What can I get? That's for me.
What can I sell it for? What can I make at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and bottom line, it's about the money. And then we work from there. And as far as Angie goes, she was a delightful seller. She was very cooperative. I have no comment about the buyer part of it
Yeah.
because she put me through my paces on the buyer's part. But yes, as far as the selling part goes, get together with your agent. Be wise about your agent. Get somebody who knows what they're doing and can help guide you. They don't always need to be your best friend. They need to give you the knowledge, the options of what you have to get through the process, because it is a process.
Yeah, because you hear of agents kind of telling you what you want to hear versus telling you what you need to hear. And that's, you know, and then you have, if you get told what you need to hear, you're going to have disappointments. You're going to have your heart broken. But if you get a broker who tells you what you want to hear, that you need to hear, then you might say, okay, I guess let's go to plan B, let's go to, you know. So yeah, there's a difference. You know, make sure you get a broker that tells you what you need, not what you want.
It's in the life thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell me what I need to do, because I'm not thrilled with whatever in life.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled with what I have to do right now, but tell me what I need to know to get through it as quickly as possible.
Yep.
That's bottom line. So I'm done for today.
All right, you guys. As always, I will put Harold's contact information if you have any real estate questions, or you're looking for a great agent who will tell you what you need to hear. That'd be Mr. Jones. Other than that, yeah.
We're out of here.
We're out.
Bye.
Bye.